Right guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. This one isn't the sort of video I normally make. If you're a follower of the channel on a regular basis, you'll know it's more about bike maintenance, that sort of thing. But this one's a bit different. No bike maintenance will be done in this video, that's for sure. So as you can see, I've got a sling on there. Also got a brace on my hand and a few scabs on my face. So this is 10 days after the accident. So I've spent 7 days in hospital, and this is 10 days in total since the accident happened. So what I've done is this side shoulder, basically the collarbone, clavicle, whatever you want to call it, is snapped off the end. At the end it's snapped, and it's in about 4 pieces right at the end where it joins onto your arm there, at the very end of it. So that's just like it is. It hasn't been plated or anything like that, it's just broken. And then I've got a fractured right thumb. It's that thumb there in the joint here where it joins into your hand there, that bit there, that's fractured. So I can't grip with my thumb on this hand, and obviously I can't use my left arm very well at the moment. So I'll explain what happened. So I was out on a road bike, done about 52 miles, something like that. I was only literally a mile, probably a mile and a half from home roughly. Dead straight road, you can see for at least half a mile, dead straight. Cycle on there. I've ridden on that particular road, you know, probably 1,000 times without incident. So coming down the straight on the drops, probably doing about roughly 25 miles an hour roughly, just cruising along. There's a car up ahead of me coming towards me, and I thought there's an entrance into a industrial area there on the opposite side of the road, so it's coming towards me, and I thought, oh, there's a car coming, oh, he's going to turn off into the turn across into the industrial area, so he'll wait for me to go by. So I didn't think nothing of it. I got about, I don't know, 10 feet from the car, something like that, and it turned straight across my path. So I literally had chance to, my hands went for the levers to pull the brakes, so I just pulled them slightly, just had time to pull them. They just engaged onto the rim brakes, and I hit the car, and I hit it on the passenger side wing above the wheel. So I impacted there, and then I don't remember any of this. I remember heading for the wing, but I don't remember what happened after this. I only know what happened via witnesses at the scene that just happened to be in cars, either following that car, etc., that saw it happen, and from the pictures I've seen from the incident of the vehicle. So I was heading towards the wing, as I said. I don't remember it, but I impacted the wing. So the wing got dented in, and then the bonnet, must have gone into the bonnet, so above the headlights there's a dent in the bonnet there. So I don't know if I went into the bonnet or what happened, but then after that I went up the bonnet into the windscreen, and then I caved the windscreen in. So in other words, bullet holed the windscreen. So caved the windscreen in, then I must have come back off of the windscreen, probably down the bonnet or in the air, I don't know, so I can't remember. Then I landed about 10 foot from the front of the car, and then all I remember is being sat up in the road. I don't remember how I sat up or anything like that. I just remember being sat on the ground in the middle of the entrance way to the estate, to the industrial bit. And all I remember is sitting up, and I was holding the underneath of my left leg, because my left leg, the top of half of it, your quad and that, above your knee was starting to swell up instantly. So I thought, the immediate thought I had was, I've broken my leg. So I was holding it up, and I was just sat up like I am now, holding underneath my leg with my right hand like that. Didn't know at the time I'd broken my thumb. Nothing. I knew I'd broken my shoulder because I could feel it. So I was just sat there, sat up like that. And then after that, obviously, the driver of the car instantly got out, come over to me, got down in front of me and said, "What's your name? What's your address?" He didn't say how are you or anything like that. My face, I had a big cut on my nose, my lip, my chin, and blood. My mouth was full of blood, and it was just running out of me. If I can, I'll show you the front of my jersey that I was wearing. It was literally running out of me. So the driver tried to blame me instantly, even though he turned straight in front of me. He tried to blame me for it, even though he turned right in front of me, right across my path. So then, next thing, all I remember is the police turning up on a police motorbike. So, and then obviously the ambulance turned up. I don't remember a lot about it really. The ambulance turned up, then obviously I got taken off, then I ended up in hospital, scans, x-rays, CT scans, I had all sorts. I had ultrasound scan on my knee. I hadn't broken my leg, thankfully. It was just a hematoma on my on your quad that was making it, obviously from the impact, was making it swell up. And then I had fluid all around my left knee and underneath my kneecap. So I had to have an ultrasound on it just to make sure the tendon that comes down your leg and attaches to the top of your kneecap there was still actually attached to it, because I thought I might have torn the tendon off initially, but what I'd done is, like I said, I'd torn the muscle that goes down the outside of your leg. So that muscle down there, just from the impact obviously of it in the car, I tore that muscle. So what must have happened, I hit the car, like I said, in the wing, but the car was coming from this way, so I've got nothing happened on this side apart from my thumb, which was probably because I was holding the handlebars, and just the force of the impact going backwards into your thumb like that is probably what fractured that. But like I said, the car was from this way, and all my injuries this side, all the bruising, like I said, I've got bits of glass cuts. So I had glass I had to take out of my nose from the windscreen. I had glass all even stuck in the chin strap of the helmet. Obviously the helmet got smashed. Bad head. I had a bad head for about 48 hours, like the worst hangover you've ever had. Bruising my face, literally I had 2 black eyes. Bruising by either side of my nose coming down like that. And like I say, 2 black eyes. I'll show you a picture if I can include a picture that I took. I'll stick it in so you can just see that. So yeah, so I spent 7 days in hospital, various scans, like I said, just trying to figure out obviously what was going on. See, all the bruising comes out. You're literally black and blue and green. All your leg, my shoulder. Well, it still is. If I can show you it in a minute, I'll show you the colour of it, so you can see. Like I said, it's broken off there. And what I'll do is, obviously I was riding a bike, road bike, so I'll show you. I'll just give you a quick run through when I get the bike. I'll give you a quick run through of that, because I would have seen it for the first time when I get it, when a friend of mine is going to pick it up for me, because it's still at the site of the somebody's holding on to it that was there at the scene. So when I get that back, you'll be the first to see it. I'll do a video on it, so I'll run through it as I see it, because I don't even know what the damage was, because somebody just picked the bike up. All I remember it was somebody picking the bike up and dumping it on the side of the grass, and that was the least of my worries. The bike, I looked across, I could see it there, So I don't know what's actually broken on it. Obviously carbon fibre road bike, carbon fibre wheels, so it'd be just interesting to see impact, like I said, about 25 mile an hour impact straight into the side of the car. So we'll see what the damage is when we take a look at it. So I'll just move the camera a bit closer in. I'll just take that strap off of there a minute. As you can see, face just healed up now, run right across my nose there, which is a deep one on there. I had to pick the glass out of there. And now these are healing up. I'll say this is 10 days later. I've got various other scabs and things all over my arms, knee, my hip, like these. So they're healing up now. But I'll just show you, I'll just unzip this a bit so I can move my arm enough just to show you it. So don't know if you can see that, the colour of that, but that goes right down the back. I'll just show you like that. You see the broken bit that's there. If you can make that out or not, I suppose you can. Move that down a bit, there you go. See that there, that bump. Obviously your shoulder's not in the right place anymore because it drops. When it snaps off the end, the only thing that's holding it is the ligaments, so it breaks off and your shoulder drops down and sets in the wrong place. You can see that goes right down under your armpit like that, right up your back and round that yellow colour. So I've got the bike back. Now the first thing you notice is there's the fork blade from one side. Just get right in there so you can have a look at it. Snapped off. Like that. Now I'll show you the fork itself. So that was the right hand side. This is left hand side. Let's put that down. So that's just hanging on. So that's basically the forks are knackered. And if you see the handlebars, obviously you can see the shifter on this side is just torn out of the actual shifter body. The clamp's still around there, the clamp's done up, it's ripped out from inside the body itself in there. It's got a split, there's a split there, just in the actual shift button. The actual blade itself doesn't look too bad. So that's steering straight like that, and the forks are facing this way. So obviously it's hit it hard enough to bend that round, even though obviously the stem's done up. It's turned the whole fork in there to point the opposite direction of impact. The other shifter is still attached to the bar, it's just bent round, it's bent in. Just a little mark on the top of it there, you can see, scuff on the top. It's got some light scuffs on the actual, some damage on the actual lever itself, just on there. So the force of the impact, obviously the front wheel, you can see that's where it tore off the fork blade there. You can see the scuffs in the metal there, just down the bottom there. It's really sharp there. And I'll just show you the wheel came out of it, and I was looking at it. Obviously it's carbon fibre wheel. I was looking around to see if I could see anything obvious on there, and the only thing I could see was on the decal there. It sort of looked like it's melted it, even though the decals aren't removable, but it sort of scuffed it, sort of melted the decal. When I looked on the other side, it's done the same thing on this side. It's sort of smudged. It's like smudged the decal. There's a little mark just there, scratch mark there, but it sort of smudged it. I don't know how that happened like that, but I was just looking at it thinking, oh, I can't see any breaks in the wheel itself. But then I looked at the axle. You see that axle there? I don't know if I can hold it or not. I don't know if I can, but look. It's bent the axle from impact, just bananaed that axle. So that's how hard it hit. So I can't see anything on the rest of it. See, the bottles are still in there as it was. Can't see any marks or anything on the crank arm or anything like that. The back, the rear wheel is out of the dropouts, so that just came out on its own. I can't see anything physically broken on that. I don't think the back wheel doesn't look too bad. Can't see any marks on it or anything. On the back wheel caliper, can't see any marks on there. The derailleur, there's no marks on it. It had a scuff on there, slight scuff on there. Dropout's okay, looks right there. Probably the derailleur hanger could be bent, but see the chain's off. Pedal has literally snapped the front off of it from the impact where your foot was clipped in or something. Snap that off. Chain rings on the actual arm, a bit of a scuff there, but nothing too bad. That's probably where the chain jumped off, where it was on the outer chain ring at the time. It was on the outer chain ring. I have to check what gear it was in. Not sure if it was in that gear or not, but obviously I don't know now. It might have been. It was somewhere around there anyway. So can't see any physical marks on the rest of the frame there. Just the, like I said, the shifter's bent in. Obviously the mount for the computer mount there is just bent over like that. The computer, the Garmin went flying off the bike as well from the impact. So can't see on the wheel there. I think that the impact was just this dirty colour there, I think is where it hit. Can't see anything else on the tyre where it actually impacted the car. Oh. Just think it's that area there where the impact was. So yeah, that's the condition of it now. So there's the jersey that I had on at the time, and then the under layer there is all cut up. Still see that's where the shoulder was. You see, so they cut that up. They took the jersey off, but then they had to cut that up. And then bib shorts, they cut the leg on those and the straps at the top over your shoulders, they cut that off there. So I'll just show you the helmet as well. So here's the glasses add-on. As you can see, still got the blood on them, scratches on the lens there from off of something. They're broken as well, they're cracked through there, and on that side you still see the blood on them as well. So here's the helmet. So you can see just there is where it hit. Here the main impact was there, so he's got a little scrape on the front as well, but the main impact was that bit there on it. So if you look on the inside, the opposite side there, try and show you it if I can. There's a crack through there. So just there, going up. So split through there. So if you weren't wearing a helmet, that would have been your skull that was cracked. So there you go guys, I thought I'd just make that video for you. You might find it interesting. So you'll be waiting for some more maintenance videos, but unfortunately I won't be making any for a short while anyway.